Hey everybody, it's JJ Conway, and I just want to invite you out. You've still got time to get here because we're not starting for another 10 minutes. We are at the 521 Barksdale Boulevard. The Retro Coffee Shop has a little venue attached to it called The Venue. So come on out to the venue. We're here at the Trader Joe's Trade Show. You can see we've got some vendors selling some wares, but in about 10 minutes, we're going to start our domestic violence awareness program. We've got some great agencies that have contributed to our swag bags for the event, as well as actually come in person. We've got Project Celebration in person, y'all, and they have brought some amazing resources, including, I'm going to highlight this because I think this is important for us to know, all right? Okay, good for holding the phone here. This is 5 signs of a healthy relationship on one side, and this is 5 signs of an unhealthy relationship on the other side. And I'm just going to read you this. Let me get out of that light there. I'm just going to read you some of this right here. 5 signs of an unhealthy relationship. Number 1, wants to be with you constantly. Doesn't that sound like what, as teenage girls, we think, ooh, he loves me. He wants to be with me all the time. Number 2, discourages you from spending time with family and friends. How many of us have been in relationships where they always want to say, hey, don't think about your family. Don't listen to your parents. They just don't want you to have any fun. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. We think that this is just the natural, normal signs of love, but it's not, y'all. These are signs of an unhealthy relationship. Puts you down in front of your friends. Now, look, I got family members that put me down in front of my friends. So, I guess I grew up thinking that was normal. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. I didn't mean it like that. But, some of us find people in our lives that we have been preconditioned to accept abuse as normal. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody says they love you, if somebody really cares about you, the last thing that they're really going to do is put you down in front of someone else, because how you look is a reflection of them. And they're going to build you up in front of others. Now, they might be mad at you later, but they're going to build you up in front of others. They're going to make you look good because it makes them look good, because they love you and they want the best for you. They don't want to put you down and make you cry. But you know what I thought was, 1, I thought it was normal. And 2, that old thing about, well, if they tease you, that means they like you. No. If they're mean to you, it means it's an unhealthy relationship. All right, what's this next one here? Oh, man. I fell prey to this myself. Makes persistent, unwanted contact with you. Have you ever broken up with somebody and then they are going to text you like 20 times an hour and call you 20 times an hour, and they're going to show up at your door and they're going to show up at your work and they're showing up everywhere with flowers and all this stuff, and you think, if you're like me, oh, he loves me. And that's what I thought. Oh, he loves me. He really cares about me. He's so sad to see me go. No, he's sad to lose control over you. That's what that is, all right? So that's not love, okay? Number 5, checks your phone, emails, or social media without your permission. Another sign of an unhealthy relationship, okay? We don't want to be around somebody who's going to do all that kind of stuff and call it love. That's not love. That's control, all right? 5 signs of a healthy relationship, and then I'm going to go so we can set up for our main program. It's going to start at 2:30. 5 signs of a healthy relationship. 1, takes the time to learn about each other. When Mr. Man had my first date, we went to our second date, and he had already ordered my water and everything exactly like I like it. I said, ooh, he's paying attention. Involves family and friends and does not isolate others. Now, hear me on this, okay? We think that when we fall in love, we're supposed to be with that person 24/7 to the exclusion of everybody else. That's almost how the movies kind of make it sound, right? Like we're just together forever. But somebody who truly loves you and is able to have a healthy relationship with you is going to want to involve your friends and family, because they're hoping to be a part of your friends and family for a long time. All right? Number 3, you and your partner feel good about yourselves and the relationship. Now, see, here's the thing. I didn't feel good about myself in my other relationship, but I didn't know how to feel good about myself, period. So when I didn't feel good about the relationship, it didn't strike me as odd. When I didn't feel good about myself around him, it didn't strike me as odd, because I didn't feel good about myself around anybody. So let's work on feeling good about ourselves, y'all. Ladies and men. I've been working with this Kingstown, Shreveport Bossier Christian singles, and we got a lot of men battling depression, just like we got a lot of women battling depression. Let's work on feeling good about ourselves so that we don't attract predators into our lives, y'all. Okay, I got to stay on task here because I got to set up for my thing. All right. Number 4, you have fun together and you trust each other and you respect each other. Some of us don't even know what a relationship with respect looks like, and that's work we have to do on ourselves. But when you're in a healthy relationship, you respect each other. Even if you disagree, it's okay to disagree. Look, y'all know, and some of us are like me. Like, I have that kind of personality that I want you to disagree with me. If you don't agree with me, I want to know it. If I'm wrong, I want to know it. Come at me, bro, because I'm secure in who I am, and I don't have a problem discussing with you. I don't look at it as confrontational or stuff. But see, not everybody's like that. Not everybody's like that. And some of us don't know how to disagree in a relationship. And some of us, like me, have to learn how to disagree in a way that communicates respect to our partner. Like, I had to learn how to tone it down a little bit because Mr. Man is not like me in that respect. He values harmony. I actually value conflict. He values harmony. But see, when you respect each other, you are willing to make that change. And that's a sign of a healthy relationship. That's not on my card, but that's a freebie for you today. All right, finally. Neither partner is afraid of the other. You want what is best for yourself and the other person. And y'all, I'm going to tell you, meeting Mr. Man was the first time that I was ever in a relationship with somebody that truly seemed like they wanted the best for me. Like, I didn't even know what that looked like for somebody to actually want the best for me. I was always the one giving. I was always the one caring, okay? But he came into my life and showed me what it is like when somebody truly wants what's best for you. Whether they agree with you or don't, whether they're mad at you for the moment or anything, you can still see the love, and the care, and the concern. And that's a healthy relationship. All right. You know what? I think I've almost talked to our time. So let me go ahead. I said thank you all for being on right now. What I'm going to do is going to seem a little strange. I'm going to actually put this on the thing, but I'm not going to stop it. And then we're going to go with our actual kind of program. And I want to thank you guys for being here today. All right. Just give me a second to get this set up because all of a sudden people are starting to come on and I'm like, oh, maybe I should not turn it off. All right. Do you want to be on the video? All right. Well, we're going to have a talk, too, if that's okay. Do you want to be in there or are you going to film? I can film. Okay. No. Well, this is good, but you're going to film yours? Okay. Or do you want to be in? I can be in. Okay. Well, I'm going to scoot it out so we get all three of us in there. Now, this is Facebook Live, and I don't know if this is how the connection's going to be. But let's give it a shot. Get in the middle so that we can... Actually, no, y'all can be together. All right, are we all on there? Yay.
Y'all connected to the internet all right?
I hope so.
You connected to the venue?
No, I'm just on my own. Just to.
I want to say you can connect to the venue Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
Wait, stronger, whatever.
Is it gonna be stronger?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to?
I'm afraid to mess with it now.
The venue and it's Cool Beans.
Are you live? Yes, we are. We're doing a Facebook Live.
Oh, I ain't even live right this minute.
I know. I was trying to do an intro, but then I talked so much that it got back into my time. Oh, somebody's trying to call me. I promise I have technical degrees, y'all. I'm so sorry, Carla. If you, I'm so sorry. Okay. I really need to see that. You know, I love attention. Okay, so, all right, for those of you who are just joining us, I'm JJ Conway, and this is our domestic violence support event in support of the National Domestic Violence Support Hotline. How many times can you say support in one sentence, y'all? I just did 3. I think somebody can match that today. I have with me some Ashley and Shannon from Project Celebration. We're going to talk a little bit about what they do in the community, but I also want to thank some of our other sponsors. We had the YWCA that contributed a lot of literature. This is all I have left. The rest of it is in these fabulous VIP swag bags that you need to come get. And then we also had, let me not say it wrong. Let me get their card out so I say it right. Yep, we're on Facebook Live, y'all. We also had the Family Justice Center, and they provided those Spectrum of Violence cards that I told you guys about earlier, about how you can make sure that you pay attention to the signs, the early signs of abuse, because by the time you get down to the harder signs of abuse, sometimes you're stuck. I know I was, okay? So I'm going to talk a little bit about me, who I am, and why I'm even doing this, and then we're going to talk with some folks who deal with this on a daily basis and can offer you some hope and some help today. All written several books. I've actually published 8 on my own, but back in May, I was invited to do a chapter in Laditra White's book compilation called This Is My Story, But It Is Not My Life. And this book has the story of 30 plus women who have overcome significant life derailment to live a fulfilling, happy life that changes their world and their communities. And that's what these stories are. And in this book, I'm on page 75, which is kind of cool because that's the year I was born. In this book, I talk about how I'm still constantly surprised to have found genuine love. I talk about how sometimes I look at my husband and I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop because of everything that happened to me up to this point. And I talk a little bit about that. And because it was anonymous, I felt more free to really tell my story in a way that I'd never told it before. You see, as a career Air Force officer, as a minister for the last 20 years, I just haven't felt comfortable expressing myself because, well, you got to keep up appearances and you don't want to bring discredit on the ministry or your family or anything like that. And so I just couldn't let loose. But this was anonymous. Now, it's not anymore because I'm telling you, right? But it was anonymous. And as things began to pour out, for me, it was the most therapeutic writing I had ever done. And so when y'all saw me promote this book earlier in the year, I said this 2 pages was the most powerful writing I'd ever done to that point. And because it was so powerful for me, it freed me to really tell more of my story, which is what you're going to find in Healing My Sisters. You might remember we did a Healing My Sisters virtual summit back in May. And honestly, I did that because I was grasping at straws in my own life. I'd come through this whole situation with my previous marriage. I built my life back up. Then I had these series of 2 crazy car accidents that left me cognitively damaged, physically damaged, and it's strained on my family and my relationship with my husband, and also damaged relationships with my friends. When you need help all the time, people just can't handle all that. And one by one, they start going away. And so I got a group of women together to encourage myself, look, y'all, because I was like, I need to know that I have some hope. I have come through too much, and it just seems like every time I get some success, something else happens to knock me back down again. And I got these ladies together, and one by one, their stories encouraged me. So we captured the best ones, not the best, they were all awesome, but we captured the most powerful ones in this book, along with more of my story and the writing that helped me pull through and regain my mental mindset so that I could meet the man that I'm with now, who respects me, who loves me, who supports me, and all these crazy endeavors that I do. All right, so that's me, and that's why I care, okay? But I'm not the expert in this stuff. So let's talk to some people who really do work day in and day out with survivors of domestic abuse. Would you guys like to offer a little bit about yourself, about Project Celebration?
Well, for starters, Project Celebration has been around since the 80s. It started off in Manny, in like a small area, with a bunch of women that were tired of seeing all the drugs and the alcohol take over in that area. And that's how it kind of started, but then it started to shift as they started seeing a need for domestic violence and sexual assault victims. And so that's kind of how it grew. And as of now, we are the state-appointed organization for sexual assault and domestic violence in 7 parishes here in the north part of the state.
Wow.
Yes. So we cover Caddo, Bossier, Webster, DeSoto, Sabine, Natchitoches, and Red River Parish. We are the first responders. We're mandated reporters. So we see everybody through everything we do. Like I said, first responders, when we get that first call, through safety planning, getting them out, to going to the hospital with them, all the way through to court. And court maybe 3 years from now. Mm-hmm. We're going to stay with you.
And support them through that whole process.
Yes. I tell a lot of my clients, because I'm also a sexual assault advocate, so I see them at the hospital when that occurs. And so I'm like, I tell them all the time, look, I'm your ride or die now.
Yeah.
You're stuck with this face until you don't want to get stuck with it.
But you need that.
Yes.
Because one of the biggest issues is isolation. And then that feeling that you don't have anybody to turn to and that nobody cares.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I hope she's not watching. I got all these cameras pointed at me. I'm like, oh, you know, when I call to a friend in need and they're like, well, this is where I draw the line, JJ. And I'm thinking, no, I'm on my way to the emergency room. I need help. But this is where you draw the line. And I'm traveling by myself in this time. I'm sorry.
No.
Can you talk a little bit?
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about how you walk people through that and how you assure them that they can make it through this process? I mean, people don't. Let's start back up just a second. People don't have to go through court and the reporting process.
No, they don't.
They don't. That's a choice. That's a choice they have.
That is a choice they have.
Yes.
Like I said, I work a lot on the sexual assault side, and I work in conjunction with the domestic violence a lot because a lot of times those are not mutually they're not exclusive of each other.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as say like with the sexual assault, basically they have three options. They have the option of one is just to be treated medically. They don't want to do anything else. They just want to be treated medically for any possible STDs and pregnancy, things like that. But we still offer them support. We still offer them counseling. We're not gonna I'm gonna call and check on them, in a few days. And you know what? And they may tell me I don't want to talk to you anymore. That I just want to forget that it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna support them through that bit. And I'm gonna call until they tell me not to call.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have what's called a blind report. And in a blind report, the police do not get called. It's just the sexual assault nurse examiner comes out and does what they call the rape kit. Comes and does the kit, but it's anonymous. It's given a number, and the victim has up to a year to decide to press charges. It used to be 3 months, but it's been within the past year and a half that they upped that to a year.
That's a good change.
Yes.
Yes.
We find that to be a lot better change. So not everybody is going to change their mind, but I do have cases where they call me in a few days, or when I call them, then they're like, no, I want to press charges.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they do, we get in contact with the police, and we get that ball rolling.
Wow.
And then, of course, the third option is we go out full force. We get the police involved, we do the examination and all of that. And during all of those, I am the advocate for the victim. And when I say that I'm an advocate for the victim, I mean through every step of it. I will be there with them when they do the kit. And if anybody does anything they don't like, I will be ugly if I have to.
All right.
Because my concern is them. I don't care what the police say. I don't care what the doctor says. I don't care what the nurse. I am there to fight for them and their rights.
Yes.
So, and I have done it. I have made doctors mad. I've made officers mad. I try not to because we have to work with them and it needs to be a good working relationship. But if they do something that is going to hurt or re-victimize my victim, I'm not going to allow that to happen. So, it's one of those fine lines you have to walk sometimes, but I'm there for them and everything. And I think being a survivor myself makes me more passionate about it.
Yes. And I think, we are talking about domestic violence, and just now we're talking one very specific subset, but it's really important for everyone to know you don't have to walk this journey alone. Throughout the entire spectrum of domestic abuse, domestic violence, you don't have to walk this battle alone. Let's talk a little bit, because you made the comment about how a lot of times they are involved with each other, the sexual abuse versus domestic abuse. When I wish I could see who's on. I see so many green boxes that tell me people are on, and I don't know who's on. I'm thinking the people I'm going to talk about don't care enough to watch anything that I put out, but you never know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I first tried to get a divorce, early into my marriage, I was like, oh, this is not going to work. I can't live like this. When I first tried to get a divorce, I discovered that the state that I lived in at that time, you could not get a divorce for marital rape. And you could not get a divorce for marital abuse because it was marriage. And it was, I don't even remember, I can't even remember what they told me. when I went to find out what I could do. But back then, 21 years ago, the world was different. You couldn't just go get a divorce. Like today, you just fill out some paperwork and boom, you're done, right? But back then, you had to have cause. And if you had a clearance, like I was in the military, so I had a clearance, you had to have very specific hoops to jump through. And despite the terror, and despite I'm struggling for adjectives here, but some of you who are here have known me for a long time. You know some of my story, and some online, I'm sure. Despite the horridness of the relationship I was in, I had no recourse because I was just a woman and I was just a wife. And that even though the laws have changed, the mindset of culture is still met. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys see?
As a domestic violence advocate going out, we also provide training to the police officers, training to the community, getting out to the clergy, because people victimize, it seems like. There's a state of mind that if you're married or you stay, why don't you just leave?
Why don't you just leave?
And with women, I know it's not an event. We just don't wake up one day and just leave. There's other factors. You may not have money. Your children. You think of your children and how am I going to survive? We go into survival mode. I can't do this, so you stay. And then sometimes you think, as a woman, I know I have, well, look what he was. He was good. He can change.
Yeah. And we think that's the him.
Yes.
If I could just be a good enough wife,
Right.
he'll go back to being my best friend.
I shouldn't have
and not
walked this loud. I
shouldn't
shouldn't have talked back. You know, so in that aspect, we need to train, because we've seen people, I know Ashley has it, says, why didn't you just leave, or why were you wearing that? Like police officers, things like that. And we want to get the training out that it's a process. Leaving is a process for women.
It's 7 to 10 times is the average before someone leaves and stays gone.
Yes. And we want to be there for them. We provide counseling groups. We provide safe house shelter for anyone. We go full force, like Ashley was saying. We will send police out there to get you. We will send a taxi out there. We will come. We will be there to fight. Like she said, ride or die.
And what I'm hearing also is that you're patient with folks.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we were just talking before this started. We were just talking before this started about how even after I left my relationship, I was the primary breadwinner, and my life instantly got better the day I moved out. Well, I didn't have much of a choice. He sold the house while I was deployed. But when I came home and found my own place and we signed a work paper, my life was instantly better. I didn't have somebody spending all my money. I didn't have someone beating my child. I didn't have all these other things going on that I had to stress about because there was just not much I could do. Even then, I still felt like I've made a mistake. I'm going to scar my son for life. I'm embarrassing our family, and I just, what have I done? I should go back and try harder.
Yes. And sometimes, we're having a clergy training on October 10th, because where do most people, women or men even that have been abused, go? They go to their pastor.
You don't even want to know what my pastor told me.
Right. And you see
We hear it a lot.
We do. We hear, and even they will, some pastors will go to court for the abuser, saying they were this wonderful man. They were a deacon. They were this. But how many times have we heard on the news, like the serial killer? Oh, they were the best. They were the sweetest person ever was, and he killed 40 people. That we have to get that word out into society that we cannot victimize. We have to be to the victim. We have to believe them. Anything they say, we have to believe them and we're right there by their side.
Yeah, I love that. Oh my goodness. Now I do need to backtrack just a little bit because I don't know who's going to watch this. The pastor when I did get a divorce was very supportive of me, and even when I had those moments of doubt, he's like, "Why would you go back?" He's not making any effort. But it's the pastors up to that point that were reinforcing me. You're his property.
Right.
You belong to him. He can. You're supposed to submit to him. Just submit and get your anointing. Really? I'm sorry. My God does not call me to get an anointing by being beat. That is not happening to me so that I can go out and change the world. I'm going to start preaching up in here today because it just makes me so mad that we I'm a pastor. I love the Lord. I love the Bible. But it makes me madder than mad when people use religion as an excuse for abuse. All right. I'm going to stop and let you guys talk some more. So now, do you have any closing comments that you would like to offer people anybody that you want to talk to at this point?
One of the things that I always like tell the women that we work with is, they're always afraid, so don't be too hard on themselves.
Yes.
Because we understand that it may take a while before they can learn, because we see the abusers that, have made it to where their entire world revolves around them, and they have no recourse. So and the most dangerous time for an abuse victim is when they leave.
Yes.
And Louisiana is number 2 for domestic violence homicides in the nation. And so we understand that it's dangerous, and we understand that it's difficult. And that's why we are patient, and that's why we do safety planning. You come to us, we'll be on the slide trying to, find you somewhere you can go, get you, on Medicaid, get you on Social Security. We'll get you on anything we can get you on so that we can safely get you out.
Oh my goodness! I'm so glad you did. I had no idea that you all did this much. Oh my goodness! What can somebody watching you today do to help?
We always take donations because with the shelter always needs toilet paper, paper towels. You get a bunch of women together. Y'all know y'all go through some toilet paper. Food donations, clothing. We get these people. They leave with nothing. When they come in, so we have to provide all those things. So stuff like that is always welcome. We're about to have a new shelter. The one we have now holds 20, but our new one will hold 40. So we're taking donations for bedding, towels, things like that, because it's supposed to be open in December, at the latest January is what they're telling us. So that's going to be a big thing for us. So we're really excited to be able to do double the capacity we have been.
That's phenomenal.
Yes.
Now, how can somebody? I know I said closing, but then I realized this is some very important questions here. How can somebody support an individual that they can see clearly is in an abusive relationship or a violent relationship, but they don't see it? How can our viewers and the folks that are gathered here? Thank you all for being here. Every time I turn around, we've got more folks. Yay! How can they support their friend or their coworker or somebody that they see going through this?
The most important thing you can ever say to someone that you think is going through this is I believe you.
Yes.
I'm here to support you. They may not be ready yet, but just let them know that I believe you and I support you, and you can give them our number.
Okay. So, all right. Well, I'll do that. Does anyone have any final remarks? I'm gonna also get to the audience to see if they have any remarks they want to add. Does anybody here want to add?
Anybody go to your local government or state government and vote and fight, to get
Yes,
get
take
it
that
out,
legislative action.
get stronger laws, to protect women of domestic violence or sexual assault.
Yeah.
Get out the word, think about things and fight.
Yeah, we just had some luck in the past Senate deal with the divestiture of guns. We really got luck. We got that pushed through. We were really happy about that. It's actually been on the books that the felons or people that have been convicted of domestic violence charges weren't supposed to have guns, but they've never actually followed through with it because it just said that they could take them away, but now the law says that they shall. So now they have to. And so anyone that has been convicted of any form of domestic violence charge cannot own a gun.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's significant.
We also offer protective protective orders.
Oh, that is so essential.
Yes.
Because I've heard, I have not myself, but I've heard of stories where people have called the police and the police practically laugh at them.
Yeah, no, we have an amazing advocate that we work with. She's been doing it for over 20 years, and that is what she does. She does protective orders. And, she walks them through it. She goes with them to the courthouse to get everything filed.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
That's so important.
yes. So we we are very blessed to have her, and we just love her to death because she does. Like I said, we go to court if we need to. We go in there full blazing.
We will,
Everybody
all
will get
of us,
the
from every
the whole-
department.
yeah, and we'll
Wearing
get
purple.
we'll,
Oh, I love it.
we'll call our community partners and be like, put your purple on. We go
Right.
to court. You know. So.
Well, y'all put me down as a community partner. Any way I can help, I will. I absolutely will. All right, I'm going to just ask if anybody, you don't have to, but does anybody want to offer a thought to the folks on Facebook and our audience members today? It's okay. I'm just happy y'all are here, and I just want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank you all for being here, for supporting us. I do want to thank our other sponsors, our YWCA and our Justice Coalition. Wait a second, this one's yours. Louisiana Justice Coalition, or Family Justice Center. Family Justice Center. I don't know why I had such a good time talking with them. It was just so validating.
They're amazing.
I'm like-
Jerry Bowen and Kelly over there, they're amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and even when I went over to the YWC, I had no idea. I had no idea these resources existed in our community, y'all. Let's take advantage of them. Let's support them. All right. And speaking of support, I'm going to do a shameless plug because every copy of this book that gets sold in the month of October, the proceeds go to the National Domestic Violence Support Hotline. So you can buy this here today if you're in person. All of y'all, please buy one before you leave. And then if not, you can go on Amazon. It's available both paperback and Kindle. All right. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I'm JJ Conway. You can find me on the web at jjconway.org, where we help people dump debt, build wealth, and leave a legacy. Y'all take care and be blessed. Ask somebody to hear it for me. Oh, you guys are great. Thank you for being